Hello, welcome to IT Expert YouTube video series. Today we are going to talk about PrestroDB explained in 20 minutes. What is Presto? Presto, or PrestroDB, is an open-source, distributed SQL query engine mainly designed for running fast analytic queries against data of sizes ranging from gigabytes to petabytes. Presto was introduced by Facebook in 2013 as a project to run interactive analytic queries against a 300 petabytes data warehouse that was built with a large Hadoop and HDFS-based cluster ecosystem. Presto supports not only non-relational data sources such as Cassandra, MongoDB, Base, Hadoop Distributed File System, and Amazon S3, but is also compatible with relational data sources such as MySQL, Amazon Redshift, Microsoft SQL Server, PostgreSQL, and Teradata. It also supports proprietary data stores. You can combine data from multiple sources in a single Presto query, allowing you to analyze your entire organization. Analysts can also leverage response time ranging from sub-seconds to minutes with Presto. Presto provides fast analytics without having to rely on an expensive commercial solution or excessive hardware for processing. It is important to note that Presto is not a database. You cannot store data in Presto, but you can use it as a computing engine for your data lakehouse. Presto can be used in public clouds as well as in private cloud infrastructures. So, instead of storing data at a specific location, Presto follows the premise of querying data where it resides. Key features of Presto. The major features of Presto are as follows. No data movement for analysis. Since Presto doesn't have internal storage, it connects to other data stores and reads data from them. Presto can connect to various data stores, including all the popular SQL and NoSQL databases, as well as unmodeled data directly from S3 and HDFS. Reduce wait time for pre-processing. The ability to read unmodeled raw data directly from S3 eliminates the need to wait for ETL to pre-process the data. Once saved in the data lake, it will be accessible. This gives you instant visibility into your current data, regardless of where the data is stored. Support for ANSI SQL. Presto is designed to support standard ANSI SQL semantics, including complex queries, aggregations, joins, left and right outer joins, subqueries, window functions, distinct counts, and approximate percentiles. Which companies are using Presto? Tech giant organizations like Facebook, Airbnb, Netflix, Atlassian, Nasdaq, and many more are using Presto in production on a very large scale. Facebook's Presto implementation is used by over 1,000 employees, runs over 30,000 queries, and processes petabytes of data every day. Netflix runs about 3,500 queries per day on average in Presto clusters. Airbnb builds and open sources Airple, a web-based query execution tool built on Presto. A wider Presto community can be found on this forum and on Presto's Facebook page. What is Snowflake? Snowflake is a cloud computing-based data warehousing solution. Along with a data warehousing solution, Snowflake also provides data analytics ability. The Snowflake data platform is built on top of a brand new SQL query engine with an innovative architecture natively designed for the cloud. However, what sets Snowflake apart is its architecture and data sharing capabilities. The Snowflake architecture allows customers to scale storage and computing separately, allowing customers to consume and pay for storage and computing separately. The sharing feature also allows organizations to quickly and easily share managed and secure data in real time. Understanding key differences between Snowflake and Presto. Snowflake versus Presto architecture. Snowflake. The Snowflake architecture is a hybrid system that combines the characteristics of both the traditional shared disk architecture and the shared nothing database architecture. Specifically designed natively for the cloud, it combines an innovative SQL query engine with 3 core layers: database storage, query processing, and cloud services. Presto. A typical Presto deployment includes a Presto coordinator and any number of Presto workers. Presto coordinator used by all Presto workers to submit queries and manage analysis, planning, and query execution. Presto worker process the query, adding workers to speed up query processing. Snowflake versus Presto customer support. Snowflake. Snowflake is a fully managed solution. They have 24/7 customer support available along with comprehensive documentation for their users. Presto. PrestroDB is an open source tool, so customer support is not available unless you are using PrestroDB with a provider such as HANA and Teradata. Snowflake versus Presto pricing. Snowflake. Snowflake charges each virtual warehouse every hour, so pricing is highly dependent on usage patterns. Also, data storage and calculation are billed separately, so you need to consider storage costs after calculating usage costs. Presto. Presto is an open-source analytics solution. No cost is required to use it. All required setup, maintenance, and error resolution are done by the user himself or herself. Snowflake versus Presto source code availability. Snowflake. Snowflake is not open-source software. The data that has been aggregated and moved to Snowflake is in a unique format that is only available to Snowflake users. Passing all the data to Snowflake's cloud data model is an ideal recipe for vendor lock-in. Presto. PrestroDB is an open-source distributed SQL query engine that queries the data where it resides, with PrestroDB offered as a unique model. Therefore, the hardware can be used to install and configure a production-ready system within a few days. 5 reasons why you should use PrestroDB. PrestroDB is growing in popularity among data teams. The need for data engineers, data architects, data scientists, and analysts to run interactive, ad hoc analytics on large amounts of data continues to grow explosively. Data platform teams are increasingly using the federated SQL query engine PrestroDB to run such analytics for a variety of use cases across a wide range of data lakes and databases in place, without the need to move data. PrestroDB is hosted by the Linux Foundation's Presto Foundation and is the same project running at massive scale at Facebook, Uber, and Twitter. Presto analytics are becoming very popular. Let's look at some important characteristics of Presto that account for its growing adoption. Easier integration with ecosystem. PrestroDB was designed to seamlessly integrate with an existing data ecosystem without any modification needed to the ongoing system. It's like turbocharging your existing stack with an additional faster data access interface. Presto provides an additional compute layer for faster analytics. It doesn't store the data, which gives it the massive advantage of being able to scale resources for queries up and down at based on the demand. This compute and storage separation makes the Presto query engine extremely suitable for cloud environments. Most of the cloud deployments leverage object storage, which is already disintegrated from the compute layer, and auto-scale to optimize resource costs. Unified SQL interface. SQL is by far the oldest and the most widely used language for data analysis. Analysts, data engineers, and data scientists use SQL for exploring data, building dashboards, and testing hypotheses with notebooks like Jupyter and Zeppelin, or with BI tools like Tableau, Power BI, and Looker, etc. PrestroDB is a federated query engine that has the ability to query data not just from distributed file systems, but also from other sources such as NoSQL stores like Cassandra, Elasticsearch, and RDBMS, and even message queues like Kafka. Performance. The Facebook team developed PrestroDB because Apache Hive was not suitable for interactive queries. Hive's underlying architecture, which executes queries by executing multiple map, reduce, and test jobs, works very well for large, complex jobs, but does not suffice for low-latency queries. The Hive project has recently introduced in-memory caching with Hive Lab, however it works well for certain kinds of queries, but it also makes Hive more resource-intensive. Similarly, Apache Spark works very well for large, complex jobs using in-memory computation. However, it is not as efficient as Presto interactive BigQueries. Presto is built for high performance, with several key features and optimizations, such as code generation, in-memory processing, and pipelined execution. Presto queries share a long-lived Java virtual machine process on worker nodes, which avoids overhead of spawning new JVM containers. Query federation. Presto provides a single unified SQL dialect that abstracts all supported data sources. This is a powerful feature which eliminates the need for users to understand connections and SQL dialects of underlying systems. Design suitable for cloud. Presto's fundamental design of running storage and compute separately makes it extremely convenient to operate in cloud environments. Since the Presto cluster doesn't EuroTMT store any data, it can be auto-scaled depending on the load without causing any data loss. As you can see, Presto offers numerous advantages for interactive ad hoc queries. No wonder data platform teams are increasingly using Presto as the de facto SQL query engine to run analytics across data sources in place, without the need to move data. Interview question and answer. What is Presto? Presto is a distributed SQL query engine. It is an open-source software project to develop a database. What are the features of Presto? There are following features of Presto. It is simple to use. It provides pluggable connectors. It provides pipelined executions. It provides user-defined functions. What are the Presto applications? There are various Presto applications. Facebook, Teradata, Airbnb. Why should we use Presto? We should use Presto because of its features. It supports standard ANSI SQL. It is built in Java. It has connector architecture that is Hadoop. It runs on multiple Hadoop distributions. What are the components of Presto architecture? Presto architecture components are given below. Client submits SQL statements to a coordinator to get the result. Coordinator parses the SQL queries. Connector storage plugin is called as connectors. Worker assigns tasks to worker nodes. What are the log files of the Presto server? The logs files of the Presto server are given below. Launcher.log, server.log, http request.log. What is Presto Verifier? Presto Verifier is used to test Presto against another database. What are the various data types in Presto? In Presto, there are various data types in Presto. Varchar, BigInt, double, decimal, JSON, etc. What is the use of MySQL connector? MySQL connector is used to query an external MySQL database. What is JMX connector? JMX stands for Java Management Extension. It gives information about the Java virtual machine and software running inside JVM. Thank you for watching this video. We provide hands-on training with labs, homework, group projects. Prepare you for the certification. Provide real projects. Internship opportunities. Support you in Resume LinkedIn. Staffing support. Provide tech references. In-person online class. Class retake options and more. Call us at 847-350-9034 for your free career consultation meeting. Please do not forget to like, share, and subscribe to our channel for the latest videos.